What's good, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today, guys, we're going to break down Gryphon. We're going to break down all of his attacks and abilities. First on the list, we have Haima the Winged Lion. Now, this is the chain attack. As you can see, you press RB, RT. Pretty quick attack. You can do it vice versa. Pretty decent. It's it's your standard attack. I don't know if you should just throw this out at any time because, as you may know, you'll probably get parried throwing this out constantly. Next is the Veteran's Kick, and that's, as you can see, you can do this after any second attack in the chain. So that means I have to throw 2 attacks and then finish it off with the Veteran's Kick. So we're going to throw 2 lights, light, kick. You have to do at least 2 attacks to execute this, and it don't have to be in any specific order. Just as long as you're doing 2 attacks, you can get this kick. Pretty decent. Next is the Veteran's Kick and Slash. That's just a heavy attack right after the kick. So once you perform the chain, do the Veteran's Kick, you can actually execute a heavy attack to get some good damage in. So I can do this heavy attack right after the kick. So you can just throw a chain out. Let's say light, kick, heavy. But keep in mind though, you only can do that attack from the overhead. You only can follow that last heavy up from the kick with the overhead attack. Pretty decent, but I can see how that would be pretty predictable at times, so just be careful doing that attack. So next we got the Veteran's Lesson. So it says RT after any second attack in the chain. So you can basically do this at the same time you do the kick. So instead of pressing X after the second attack in the chain, you press RT, and as well as the Veteran Scolding is the same thing but with a light attack. So we're going to try these out. So light, that's it. We're going to do light, heavy, light, another light. And as you can see, when it highlights blue like that, that means it's unblockable. Pretty good attack to catch people, but at the same time, you still have that chance to get parried during this chain, so you want to mix it up quite a bit when you're doing this. Try to throw your opponents off. Using this while playing against an assassin hero, following up with that undodgeable light attack is really nice also, because with assassins they like to dodge and you definitely will catch them, especially if you go overhead. They're going to think they can dodge out of that, but they can't. Once it's blue, you can't dodge out of this. Next we got the Gryphon's Shove. Now all you have to do is hold down on the left analog stick and then press X, and as you can see, it counts as the first attack in the chain. So you basically can link all these together. So this counts as an attack. It's a little shove. Going back to what we just went over, like I said, you can actually press RT after the second attack and get that overhead in, right? It's unblockable. But let's say you wanted to chain all these together. So since this counts as an attack, you could do that light, overhead, and just chain it all together. Or if you want to go with that undodgeable light attack after that, you can hold down on the left analog stick, X, RB, and then follow up with a light, which will be unblockable. I didn't do it that time, but let's try this again. So as you can see, you can follow up with that attack. So you can chain those attacks together, which is really nice. And at that point, you can decide whichever one you want to do. Whether you want to do the light attack that's undodgeable or the heavy attack that's uninterruptible. Pretty nice chain. Next, we have the Helm Cleaver. Now all you gotta do is dodge forward, press RB. So dodge forward, RB. Pretty quick, forward attack. It's pretty nice. I can also see this is a thing that would get parried, but it still seems like a pretty decent attack. Next, we have the Helm Cleaver, which is the same thing as the attack I just showed you, but with a heavy attack. And the Soul Cleaver is the same thing, but in the left position or right position. That's the Soul Cleaver. And you got the Mind Cleaver. Basically the same thing, but with a heavy attack. All you gotta do is dodge forward, heavy attack. Or dodge to the side, get the heavy attack in. Either way, pretty a good attack to use. Keep in mind though, you cannot feint this attack. You try to feint it, it'll just go through. Either one, even the overhead one, you still cannot feint it. So next we have the Forceful Swirl. So as you can see, it's the zone attack, RT and RB. Counts as the first attack in the chain. All right, so zone attack, just like the attacks before, you can follow up with anything you want. You can link these together. You can also add a kick in there, as you just seen. But a really long chain that you could do, which is probably going to drain a lot of stamina. You can zone, light attack, kick, follow up with that heavy attack. I did that really slow. Let's try it again. So you can zone, light attack, kick, follow up with that heavy. Pretty long chain. Seems like you would do some damage and some stamina damage, but then again, you're going to drain a lot of your stamina. But you can mix it up in the process. So you can zone and just throw another light attack if you want the undodgeable attack. As you can see, this character is really versatile. He seems like he has a lot to work with, but we're just gonna have to see how his moves age. Certain people find different ways. Some characters become predictable even though they seem like they got a lot to work with. You just gotta mix up your moves at the right time. So next we have the Dauntless Chase. Now this is gonna be really familiar for you Lawbringer mains. If you're not in guard mode, basically just run at your opponent and he flips them. You don't have to be in guard mode. Honestly, they should probably just change Lawbringers to this because this seems a lot better. Especially if you're near a ledge, you just flip them, bro. That's pretty nice. Make sure you're unlocked, pressing RT as soon as you come into contact with them. And you have to be sprinting. Have to be. Pretty good attack, especially in Dominion. So that's pretty much it for his moves. You can chain his moves however you want. I'm telling you, he has a lot to work with. It's going to be pretty fun playing this character. But let's move on to the feats that I've dreaded so much. So as you can see, we have Stern Stare. Lower enemies attack. It basically lowers the amount of damage your enemies will do. You only can apply this at one person at a time. Dragon Knight's Miss, heal yourself and nearby allies. So you basically can instantly heal some of your allies' health and yours also. We got Dragon Knight's Bolt. So fire a bolt that deals some damage to an enemy and heals nearby allies. So if you haven't got the theme of this character yet, he's pretty much as the support hero in Dominion. Most of his default feats are going to heal. So this is basically like Peacekeeper's crossbow, but when you do damage to somebody, it's going to heal the people or your allies around them. And then the last but not least, we got the Dragon Knight Cleanser. So this is pretty out there, bro, but throw a projectile that deals some damage to enemies upon explosion, then heals you and your nearby allies. So you can basically throw a grenade down and it creates a healing aura. It basically creates a stalwart banner. I don't know if it heals as quick as the stalwart banner, but it does some healing after it does damage. And as you can see, we have his other feats. He has Speed Revive, Fast Recovery for feat 1, Flesh Wound, Winner's Advantage, which seems like it's going to be pretty good. We also got Tough as Nails and Fury, and we have Champion's Aura and Arrow Storm. He has a lot of different feats from different factions. Well, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. This is the complete breakdown of Gryphon. There's going to be more content coming soon relating to this character. If you guys want to catch the live streams, it will be Monday starting at 11 a.m. Central Time. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video.